Minecraft. Exclusive! This isn't exclusive. It's Minecraft Exploration and Tactics with Brian, and I've invented a time machine and traveled back in time about a year and a half or so back to World 3. Yes, back in the original Exploration and Tactics series. The current Exploration and Tactics series that's going on is actually the fourth Exploration and Tactics world that I've had. But in today's episode, we are going to go on a nostalgia trip back to where it all began. This was in the days where you couldn't even name your Minecraft worlds, and you just got 5 of them, and they were called World 1 through World 5, and Exploration and Tactics was World 3. And yeah, this was a lot of fun for me. I don't know how exciting it'll be for people who didn't play the game back in the early betas or weren't around and saw Exploration and Tactics from long ago. But I really enjoyed it, so let's go ahead and get started on a nostalgia trip. Welcome back to Exploration and Tactics with Brian. And it's nostalgia time because I am in World 3, which is a world from the original Exploration and Tactics series. And I haven't opened this file in like, look at the unstacked food. I haven't opened this file in probably like a year and a half. But I was just kind of feeling nostalgic. All the chests are kind of like facing weird directions. And, ooh, can I not interact with this chest? Oh, there we go. I don't know why that took so long. 6 diamonds, amazing. What other kinds of goodies do I have here? Yeah, I was just kind of feeling nostalgic. All the unstacked raw pork chops. Yeah, this was from the days of Minecraft beta 1.2 to 1.7. Oh, it's going to be turning nighttime out. And so let's go ahead and sleep. I've got a little like hosted to land so that I could turn on allow cheats in case I want to fly around in the world. But for those of you who've been around for a long time, you may remember this area with this incredible mountainside over here. Do I have... I don't have any iron on me. I wonder if I have a minecart somewhere. Because this is the Sky Rail, which was one of my favorite builds. And okay, interesting. So it seems like the chest isn't on this side. It's actually over here, and so it's like not rendering properly. And so the chest is actually these 2 blocks. Because you can see there's a little highlight block over here and not here. And so I wonder, yeah, I can just walk into this chest. And I can't walk into this block. All right, well, that's a crazy thing when I updated the map that didn't seem to render properly or something. I'll grab 5 pieces of iron. Let me just grab a fair bit of iron in case I need it for anything. All my unenchanted tools. Yeah, let's see. I was just in the mood to feel nostalgic and go, oh, I remember building, look at this tiny little farm. I remember when I was building this farm and a pig fell off the mountain and like fell through that hole, and I was just down here building, and all of a sudden there was, you know, splat, oink, and the pig died and there were just pork chops there. So yeah, this is not near the spawn point of this original world, for those of you who know it. This is actually about a kilometer to the north of the spawn point. And I don't know, I'm just kind of interested in kind of traveling around and kind of showing off some things and reminding myself of some of the things I built and discovered around here. And so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I don't have a chest here or anything, and so let's just quickly build ourselves a minecart and we can take a ride on the Sky Rail. And so the Sky Rail was, as I was exploring this particular world, I decided I was going to build a rail system in the sky for easier travel east-west across a lot of the areas that I'd been exploring. Here's some good old-fashioned Minecraft beta 1.2 to 1.7 terrain generation. So I was in a big snowy area over here. And I was just kind of caving underneath all of these areas. And, oh, right, I was, like, digging underneath the ice for some reason over there. I, like, filled in all the water, and I don't remember what. Okay, here's one of our first stops. Actually, there's a crazy little tower. But over here is the ice cube. Let's go check that out. Do I have a ladder up here, or how does this work? Yes, there's a ladder. Hooray! All these spread out torches that are just kind of melting some of the ice. Oh, yeah, and I remember when I was trying to figure out why the water wasn't freezing here, and then people pointed out that it was directly underneath the sky rail, and you needed direct sunlight in order to actually kind of like freeze water. But yeah, back in the days before you had like Silk Touch and could place your own ice blocks, if you wanted to make an ice house like this, you had to like put down the water and let the water freeze, and then build kind of like another layer of water on top and let the water freeze there. And so I made this little ice cube house that has one torch in the middle that's just far enough away to not melt the ice. And, ooh, I have some redstone. Amazing. That's a nice little happy house. And let's see. I think, rather than hop back up on the sky rail, I think if I continue over this way, might be, I don't remember if it was the first skeleton dungeon that I ever found. But there were a couple of skeleton dungeons, one right above another, because I used to never find skeleton dungeons, and I still have trouble finding them. They're, I guess, just a cave system down here. I hear some bad guys. But yeah, I used to never find skeleton dungeons. And then... it's funny to see the shadow. I'm not sure. I guess that's some weird lighting glitch. Yeah, it just went away. That was directly underneath the sky rail. I found 2 skeleton dungeons, one almost kind of directly above another over in this vicinity. And so I ended up building the Skelevator, the skeleton elevator, that would then have the skeletons rise up to the surface so that I could watch them burn in a little glass house. And it's actually farther away than I thought, but thanks to sprinting, I think we'll get over here pretty quickly. But the sky rail went for, I want to say, like about 2 kilometers. And it terminates over in the east, over near Wolf Brick House. Here's Skelevator, I think. Yes. And so if we go down here, I wonder if this still works. I imagine it would. Can't think of anything that would be different right now. So there is... I hear a zombie. There is somewhere around here, and maybe it's closed up now. Ah, yes. There is the skeleton dungeon. And it looks like there might actually be some light. Okay, but great. It's still spawning skeletons. Great. And then they get pushed over to an elevator. Not sure if any mob physics has changed to where they might not be able to fit or get pushed in or something. But if I stand over here, am I still close enough? Let's just kind of wait and watch to see if any skeletons start floating up this little elevator thingy. I hear a skeleton, but I don't see him coming up. I wonder if either mob physics or mob AI has somehow changed in such a way that that's not going to work anymore. Well, in any case, skeletons would... Oh, I hear him dying. There he is. Skeletons would rise up through the skelevator, up to the surface. I see, they're taking some drowning damage, but they are making it up here. And then they get up on the surface, and then they're trapped inside a glass box, and they would burn to death. And I got to laugh at them, and I'm still laughing at them. Ha ha! Silly skeletons. You guys can't survive the sunlight. Yes, that was one of the few times I ever... Maybe the only time I ever built a mob trap in this world. And it was just for fun, in order to taunt the skeletons. Which is always good fun. And... let's see... I remember being out here during a lightning storm, and I was trying to see if I could get hit by lightning. But that never happened. I guess let's hop back up on the... Oh, here's another house. I think I have lots of, like, cobble and bricks and different things in here. Let's see. Another crazy double chest that's facing the wrong way. So the double chest is actually over here. Nothing too exciting over here. I think I have a lot of saddles over here now that I'm thinking about it. Yes! Saddles, a music disc that I probably found in a dungeon. Found a lot of dungeons in this old world. But let's go hop back up on the sky rail. Still kind of the middle of the day. And we'll head over to some of the more exciting houses. Oh, right, I forgot about this house that we're going to be coming to next. I built a little house up in the sky over here. Oh, and with pistons, I did things with piston lighting that probably won't work anymore. Right. Yeah, so back before they had glowstone lamps, if you wanted to turn lights on and off, you had to like move pistons and glowstone blocks around. And so I built this crazy area down here. We'll take a look at it in a moment. Let's see, let's go ahead and... I forgot all about this house. This is one of my later builds. Crazy little house over here. Guess I have just a bed and some more random inventory. And a little hedge. Oh, so much crazy stuff. So much cobblestone. Oh my goodness. So down here it was very flat, and I'd kind of flattened out a bit of this area. Oh, it's interesting to see the biome colors and the colors of the grass change. I wonder what biome, if things aren't interesting. This was before kind of all the biomes existed. If I hit F3, it says that this is taiga, actually. Interesting. And so I wonder what biome is over there. I guess it's just whatever biomes the seed would say that it's biomes. In any case, there's a button here. I don't think any of this is going to work. If I press this button, it seems like, yeah, it just replaced grass blocks with grass blocks. Right, because redstone no longer gets communicated through glowstone blocks, but there was a whole bunch of glowstone blocks under there. There's a chest over here as well. Got a compass. I can use that to get back to my spawn point later, actually. I'm going to get that in my inventory. Anything else I want over here? More pistons and sticky pistons and slime balls. Yeah, so basically it would be the case that a bunch of glowstone lamps would come and light up. Oh, and it's a taiga, and so this is frozen, but I had some water here. Ooh, I might die. Let's see if I can hit the water. Ouch. Nope. I had floating water here so that I could get into the water, and it was a water break to kind of jump down and get down quickly. Oops. I'm falling down into my redstone that then goes underground. All these glowstone things underground that the glowstone would get replaced. And so you could like hit the button, and then all of a sudden this whole area would light up with lights under the ground. And then there was something else where there'd be like water. Right, I was trying to have like a cascade of water that would push all the mobs over into one corner. Yeah, crazy system. I want to see if I go over here. I guess this is jungle based on the color of the grass. Forest. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I need to eat. I guess I can go ahead and stack up this bread. I want to not die. I'm curious to see... Oh yeah, I see a zombie over there. I was going to say if mobs are spawning at all, because I would have thought that they'd be spawning already. And let's see. Oh, I have another house over here. I've got like unenchanted stuff, but I do have iron armor. I think I should still be able to stay alive, hopefully. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have another house over here. Right, there's a doggy over here. Hello, doggies. Multiple doggies. Do you guys still remember me? You do! You're my tame doggy friend. And it seemed to me there was something crazy in this house. Cookies, right! This was the first place I ever made cookies because cocoa beans got added, I want to say in 1.4 beta, I think. And so I first started finding, and they were only available in dungeons because jungles didn't exist. All right, we'll bring this doggy around with us. And yeah, I think that was the first place I ever made cookies in Minecraft. Because previously, like, cookies, they existed as an item in the game, but they weren't craftable until the jungle cocoa beans, whatever I'm trying to say, cocoa beans got actually added to the game that you could find them in dungeons. All right, let's get back up on the sky rail, which will hopefully be a little bit safer because I think the sky rail is all lit up. Oh, are you gonna fall down to your death if I ride the sky rail, crazy doggy? I'm not sure how that's going to work. I guess we'll take our chances. Oh, yep, there goes the dog. Oh, now he's in the minecart. And he's taking tons of damage. Can I feed you when you're inside a minecart? Probably not. Oh, poor puppy. Alright, he's going to outrun me. There's a bunch of Endermen over there on the left. You see that? Oh, it's so weird to be in this world and see new mobs like Endermen and different things that didn't exist back in the day. And there was some guy wearing gold armor who I think already despawned. And then, oh yeah! So you can see, if I stand over here, there's a dungeon right there on the surface. I built the sky rail like over this area, if I'm remembering correctly. And this dungeon was exposed to the surface. But when you're riding the sky rail, like in a minecart, like your field of view is about like this. And so I just never saw the dungeon there until a viewer, pointed it out to me. And there's a dungeon right under the sky rail over there. And I went and explored it. And lit it up. Oh, right. And then this portal, there's like an extreme hills where I built a house on top of... Yeah, let's actually go that way. I built a house on top of a big mountain through the Nether over here, and I think it's probably going to be... Ooh, which way do I go? This way or this way? Which one is north? Oh, this is east? This is north. Okay, great. I think I want to go this way. So I have a number of tunnels through the Nether in this world, so that I could safely travel a little bit quicker from place to place. But over this way, there was a house on top of a very tall mountain that I built. And there was maybe like my most famous or unexpected creeper explosion. At some point, I was standing inside this house. Is this not the correct way to go? This seems to just be taking me out into the Nether proper. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe it's not to the north. Maybe it actually was east. Or maybe it was west. I think it might have been... Because north, south, east, west, like they changed the cardinal directions in Minecraft in some version of Minecraft. Like it used to be the case that like the sun rose in the north or something ridiculous. Or maps had like east on the top, or I don't remember exactly what. All right, I'm going to make a quick cut here until I find the house that I was looking for, and I will see you guys in a moment. All right, I found my Nether portal out, and I found the house that I was talking about. Let's be careful, gently, gently. So I had a house on top of a mountain over here, and the house is just made of dirt, because I've never been much of a builder, even back in the day. And yes, the house is still extremely modest. But yeah, I had this dirt house, and unlike most houses that I had built, this house actually had two doors, a door over here and a door over here. And so one day, I walked in here at night, or walked out, and one of the doors was open, and I walked in and shut the other door behind me. I guess let's go ahead and sleep away the night again. But left the other door open and didn't notice. And I was... standing in this chest, like sorting through some inventory, but I fortunately had the camera going, and a creeper walked right up behind me and exploded, and it shot me through the roof, and I like flew like way up into the sky. It was crazy. And if I manage to remember, I'll link the old video where that happened. I was pretty upset about it at the time. Let's see. And there was a beach down here. Was there a dungeon down here as well? I got a crazy chunk error over there. Right, and this mountain was pretty picturesque because it had like this lava fall coming out of it. There was something down there. I see like a little entrance to a mine. Maybe just some dungeons or a slime chunk or something. I can't remember what was down there right now, though. Oh, soul sand and water. I remember experimenting with soul sand for some reason at the time. This, again, is back before the days of, like, nether wart and, like, other interesting things. All right, let's head back to the sky rail. I'm going to make another cut, and we'll go check out some more of the structures along the sky rail. While I'm here in the Nether, I see one of my attempts to gather glowstone. Glowstone used to be so hard to get. I think when I was first playing the game, you'd break a glowstone and it would give you 1 piece of glowstone dust, and then it took you 9 pieces of glowstone dust to like craft back into a gross glowstone block. And then at some point they changed it to where it still just dropped 1 piece of glowstone dust, but then it only took 4 pieces to like craft it back into a normal block. But yeah, glowstone used to be really hard to obtain. And of course, nowadays it like drops like 2 to 4 pieces of dust and only takes 4 to craft. And nowadays you can also get like a silk touch pick. So I used to either burn down or clear cut a lot of forests. And so we're in another, I don't know what biome this is. This is an ocean biome, apparently. But we're in what was back in the beta 1.2 terrain generation days. Was some kind of forest. And that was back in the days where like fire spread would be crazy. And so you'd light a fire and it would burn down the entire forest in like no time flat. And I kind of preferred it that way. They've nerfed fire too much, and they've brought it back somewhat, I think, but it's still not very much. Here is another house that I built, apparently, after I'd come back from the Nether. It had a lot of extra netherrack, and so this ugly thing was like, oh, netherrack house. And I don't think there's actually anything too exciting in here. But let's just take a quick peek, see if I have any interesting inventory. I've got a little reed farm, apparently. And yeah, just the usual kind of stuff you might find from caving. Probably a dearth of diamonds, no fortune back in these days. Anything exciting in the furnaces? Nope. Let's see. But we are getting closer to this edge of the sky rail. And, oh, that's right. I pushed a dog in the minecart, and he's probably all the way over at the other end. So maybe we'll eventually catch up to him. I could try to feed him and bring him back to life. Poor puppy. He'll probably still fall off the sky rail. Although if he goes all the way, I think this goes to Wolf Brick House. I think it ends up going back down to the ground floor. Let's see. And so there's a little bit of an ocean over here, and then it comes and it intersects a mountain range and goes across the top of a mountain range. And I think it'll take a while to get there, and so I'll do a fast forward. Oops. There goes my minecart again. I just wanted to take a peek. Nothing exciting in that chest. But yeah, here's the, well, what I was remembering as a mountain range. There's just kind of a big hill over here. Let's see. And I done some caving down around here. Oh, and this is also where I started Brian's Woolly Adventures. I had like 4 episodes, like, I don't know, it was like 81 through 84 or something in the original Exploration and Tactics playlist, where I went around shearing a bunch of sheep and dyeing sheep different colors to get different colored wool. Right, I think it was over there. And let's see. Yeah, I hadn't explored a whole lot of this forest area, and so there's probably lots of cave systems that aren't lit up underneath here. I don't know if we'll be able to see any of them through chunk errors. But then we're going to come up on a cool land formation that I can't remember if it had a name at the time. And let's go ahead and hop out of the minecart right here and switch over to this rail, which will take us down to this cool land formation. But yeah, the rail line branches over here. And this was after Brian's Woolly Adventures. I built another house over here where I was trying to set up a hall of blocks. Here's the house, where I was trying to kind of like see all of the different blocks that are in Minecraft. And so here they were. I don't know that I had all of them at the time, but these were kind of like all of the obtainable blocks that I had managed to get. And so I had, you know, like all the different metal blocks and mossy cobble and pumpkins and ores, the ones that you could actually harvest and like replace the blocks. There is a chest, I guess in the wall over there because it's just displaying the fact that it's a chest. And I was making this because I wanted to do some more building and I wanted to be inspired. Ooh, 26 diamonds over here. I am Richie Rich. And yeah, here's all the colored wool from Brian's Woolly Adventures and all the different wool dye colors I was doing. And I'm going to grab some more cooked pork chops since I don't have a lot of food over here. And I also did experiments with pistons for the first time out here. I crafted my first piston because when I was over here, 1.7.3 came out. And 1.7 was when they added pistons. And I wonder, is there a glowstone in here? There's a torch. Oh, yeah, and I think I had a piston at some point, but I broke it down because... Right. I didn't have slime balls yet. I did eventually find a slime chunk under this area, but if we go back to my very original house, I'd only encountered one slime in Minecraft, a baby slime that did drop a slime ball. That was like right near the beginning when I first started Minecraft, and I didn't realize how rare slimes were at the time. Alright, the sun's going to be going down. But I think we can ride the minecart back over to Wolf Brick House next. Yeah, I didn't realize how rare the slimes were. And yeah, then I never saw another slime again for forever. There's a little 8x8 area of cobblestone. Maps were added in 1.6, I think. And so when maps were added, I was trying to update the terrain to see if I could see an update happen on the map. That's back when maps didn't scale and they were always just a certain size, like they showed you 1,000 by 1,000 area on the world or something. Let's see. I don't know that there's interesting terrain between here and when I get over to Wolf Brick House, but obviously some mountains, because I actually have to raise the level of the sky rail over here. And so it'll get a little bit higher, but then it goes down and terminates over at Wolf Brick House, which is so named because wolves were added in Minecraft Beta 1.4, as I recall. And so I think I first found some wolves over in this area and started taming wolves. And I think we're going to catch up to the wolf in the minecart at some point as well, and perhaps I can feed him some rotten flesh. But then I decided to build one of my first kind of proper houses with like pretty building materials. And so I built a house into the mountainside with some brick. Oh right, I forgot that I was building like another extension to the sky rail back this way. Basically this goes over a little island that's kind of in some ocean over here, and then finally goes down to kind of ground level and terminates over at Wolf Brick House. So we can go take a nap over there, probably. Because I have a bed. I actually have a painting in the bedroom of this house that we're headed to over here. And of course, the train generator is still loading up the... Or not train generator, but just like chunk loading is happening really slowly. But yes, the sky rail is going to go down, 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 down. Across the ocean. Oh, you can actually see the painting through like crazy unloaded chunk. There's the wolf. Hello, wolf. Alright, you can just sit in the minecart for now. We'll maybe like feed you in the morning. But here is Wolf Brick House. And so I can enter down here. Got some chests full of who knows what kind of crazy stuff. Have some stairs. Actually built stairs up into this little bedroom that originally had the bed kind of sunken in, but like then it doesn't work as a spawn point unless you actually have a non-half slab block where you can actually go and kind of like respawn. But I got a couple paintings in here. Kind of looks out. Pumpkins! So many pumpkins. I found a pumpkin patch. I found a pumpkin patch when I first visited this area. The pumpkin patch was in a forest right over here. And it had 20 pumpkins in it, which is the most number of pumpkins you can find in one patch, which was amazing. And I remember counting out all the pumpkins. And then I just kind of placed them all around over here, and then they used to be facing... Ooh, there's a creeper out on the sky rail over here, and he just despawned. All right, great. They used to be facing this direction, and I would be standing up here. I was taking, like, screenshots while I was building the house and making some progress. Look, I've got flowers. Isn't this the greatest build ever? Oh, you poor puppy. Can I feed you inside the minecart? Yes. All right. Your tail went up somewhat. Great. I'm going to leave you inside the minecart so you don't go anywhere right now, though. What was I saying? Yeah, there used to be a big forest here, and I burned it down, because that's what I would always do. And, oh, right. And I was excited when 1.5 was coming out, and so I did a cool thing where I had... just like 1.4, like built out of dirt and some other blocks, and then like a TNT explosion blew that up and revealed 1.5 behind it, and there were like iron and gold blocks over there, and then there was a crazy creeper face thing that I built over here. And here I was doing experiments with pistons again. I wonder, do I still have any of this set up, or did I reharvest these? Looks like there's something here, maybe. No, but it looks like most of the redstone and pistons have been reharvested. But yeah, when pistons came out, I was really excited, and so like I built a little inchworm kind of thing where a sticky piston and a piston kind of like push each other along on the ground, and I built my little block swapper that had like the glowstone coming out of the floor and was demoing it. Let's see. I don't remember that there's much out further to what used to be the west, I think, but now might be the north. Gotten all turned around over here. Something I would like to do is kind of find my way. Well, actually, let's see. I have cheats turned on. And so, yeah, I think I will do some flying, but I think I'm going to travel back and try to go back to my original spawn point, actually. And so I'll do that. If I see any other interesting things along the way, I'll point them out. But otherwise, I will make a cut and see you guys again in a moment. Oh, but there's some caves that I lit up. Yeah, that whole system is very well lit up, it looks like. And yeah, as we get further over in this direction, oh yeah, look at all this. I lit up all these caves down here. Although there's still some branches that I never managed to find. Oh, look at these staircases going down this way and this way. I think I actually remember this. Wow. Oh yeah, there's a dungeon over there. There's a dungeon right there. And here's a whole bunch of lit up caves. Yeah, from this house back over to where we first started this episode. Like, if we see any more caves, like, I lit up just about everything underground over here, I think. Okay, yeah. Here we are. I remember I was trying to link up my nether portals better. And so you see a bunch of broken portals when I was trying to get things going. But when I finally made a nether portal back to my original home... Yes, this is it. This is where Minecraft exploration and tactics began. Oh, and a pig and... Oh, this is great. I'm going to go ahead... Oh, right, I put a window in this house. I'd forgotten about that. Oh, wow, and apparently now it's a jungle because there's an ocelot here. That's new. This is the original house. Let's go ahead and go to sleep. Just go ahead and reset the daytime. I guess I'm still in creative mode here. Keepsakes. Pumpkins. You couldn't grow them. They were rare. As well as some stuff from the Nether. Don't seem to have a record in the jukebox right now. Diamond picks, some other worn out tools and different things. Cobble, gravel, dirt, sand, saplings, wood. All nicely labeled. Miscellaneous, not too useful stuff. A fishing rod. A lava bucket, not too useful, huh? Food! Nom nom nom! Oh, this is great. But my original spawn point, and I was just rewatching episode 1 recently. My original spawn point is like right here. And yeah, so I start my adventure right here. Wow, this is a jungle hills apparently right now, in the current version. And so yeah, I started my adventure right here. And yeah, you can even from episode 1 still kind of recognize it. I've done some terraforming over here. I made a little farm. And I also, there was like a zombie dungeon like right below the water over here somewhere. Is there an easy way to get down there? Actually, here's a zombie right now. I don't know if I ever like conquered the dungeon. And let's see. So yeah, and so this house, like when I was first digging for stone to get stone tools, I just dug into the wall right here. And this was the area that I carved out that became my first hidey hole. Let's see. And so, right, there's another portal. Up on this, I think it was episode 37, I wanted to ride a pig off of a cliff or down a waterfall. I had a saddle, and so I like managed to pen in a pig over here, and then was trying to get the pig to go down the waterfall while I was riding him. This was before there were achievements and like ride a pig off of a cliff for crazy things like that. But I could never coerce the pig to actually go hop down the waterfall, so I ended up just kind of riding around and talking. Episode 37 was kind of like a nostalgia kind of episode in the original series. And let's see. I remember, gosh, I remember kind of like all kinds of things from the start of this. There used to be more trees down here, and I cut them all down as I was getting my initial wood supply. And the first caving I ever did, and my first death, was down here, because I wonder if I can even still remember how to find the staircase. Is it this way? It might be. I think there's a little lake down here, and then after the lake is on my left, and if I go straight ahead, I dug down into some lava. So I did some more digging down here, I think. And, oh, maybe not. There was another staircase down, I really thought. Because I just stepped right into lava. Like, I saw it coming, and I just, like, walked right into it. And it was off camera, too. And I think that was in episode 3, which also I forgot to turn on my microphone or something. And so I had to do, like, post-commentary on that episode. I've only made that mistake once again ever since. But yeah. Wow, and there's still, like, unexplored caves over here. Oh, this is crazy. Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be able to find that place where I had my I think it was my first death. Although I might have... I definitely died a lot around here. Like, you know, this was back in the day. Both, I wasn't very good at the game, because the game was new, and also... Oh, wow, and I was using torches, marking off dead ends, even back then, it looks like. Wowie, wow, wow, wow. Is this the way back out? I think it is. Yeah, this is back in the days, you know, I wasn't very good at the game was new, and, you know, like, zombies were hard. I was just trying to stay alive. Yeah. And then I did some other exploring right around here because... What was it I was trying to think of? The terrain, yeah, it didn't used to be all this flat. It was kind of a crazy terrain over here, and as I was trying to explore, like, there were monsters spawning up in here and walking all around. Oh, wow. I don't remember that. Big crazy hole. Yeah, I don't know how interesting this will be to watch, but this is really fun nostalgia for me to come back to. Oh, right, and then I did some exploring over around this corner in some of the lost episodes, because there was like a dungeon over here. Yeah, I ended up dying over here, I remember, and I called them the lost episodes because my save file got corrupted, and I had to, like, go to a previous backup. But there were, like, yeah, some dungeons and caves over here. Am I still in creative mode? I think I am. Yeah. Right, and so I'd actually lit up and explored this area before, and then I lost the save file. I wonder if I can remember. I think the dungeon is, like, around the corner over here to the right. Maybe. There was a skeleton dungeon that ended up killing me. Wonder if I can find it. Which way did I come in? It might be around this corner, actually. Yeah, I guess I am not remembering quite well enough. Like, I remember all this collapsed in sand over here. I really thought it was over this way. I hear a skeleton again. Maybe if I listen for the skeletons. Hello, skeleton. Did you come from a skeleton dungeon? Did you come from a skeleton dungeon? Did any of you come from a skeleton dungeon? Hello, skeletons. Alright, I don't know that I'm going to be able to find it again. So much nostalgia. Yeah, so in any case, I don't know how interesting this will be for you all, but this is great fun for me. And it's also, I should go back up on the surface, like, it's also just good fun to go back and reminisce about the old world kind of terrain generation. Oh, I know one other spot that I want to visit. It'll probably take me a little while to get there. But I remember what at the time was like the biggest underground open area cave that I ever found. And so let's go see if we can find that again. All right, I found the area that I was looking for. This crazy wintry area that had no trees around. I had to go and travel a long distance as my wood supplies dwindled. This was back episodes 21 through 24 of the original Exploration and Tactics series. I was hanging out and exploring around here, and there was a big cave system down here that at the time I thought was just like the hugest cave underground I'd ever found. And so I kind of opened up the top to have glass try to go all the way down to the bedrock. And I'm just curious to see just how big it really was. And yeah, this is a pretty big cave. that I'd explored and opened up. Wow, I hadn't even finished kind of exploring all of it. But yeah, there was this huge area that went up to probably here, and then there was probably like a wall or a walkway here, and I ended up like carving some out, because then there was like another cave system here, and then there was a little bit of dirt on the surface here, and so I carved out kind of a layer here and a layer here, but it was very open. And at the time, it was like one of the biggest kind of like open areas that I'd ever remembered finding. And so it is still pretty big. It was one of those things that I didn't know if I was going to come back to and then say, oh, you know, this isn't really very big at all. But it actually was. But yeah, I was living out here for a while. Super cool. All right, I think I maybe found all the things I wanted to explore and get nostalgic about today. I have no idea how long this episode is turning out to be. I don't know how I'm going to edit it or cut it or different things. But yeah, I was just in the mood for a nostalgia trip. This is probably more fun for me than it was for you, except for those of you who've been around for a really long time or have seen the old episodes. But yeah, I hope that if you watched, you enjoyed it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again in the future with more exploration and tactics from the current world.